shout out to Brian in the Swaggy's group because he introduced me to ICI, impulse correction impulse, very easy. So I just wait. I'm on the daily in the 4 hour, and then I just wait for a pullback correction, and then I just set a buy limit on a fib, and then I just.
So you're rolling with buy limits.
Buy limits or sell limits.
Okay.
And then it either hits stop loss or hits TP.
Fair enough.
So my last challenge I just passed. I had held the trade for a week. So.
And did you pass the challenge in one trade?
4 trades.
4 trades. Fair enough. So what is it? Impulse correction impulse.
Yep.
That's what you're trading. I've never heard of it. Never heard of it before. So you're using the daily and the 4 hour.
Yep.
Time frame mainly, and then what are you executing on? What time frame?
4 hour.
The 4 hour, really.
Yep. So I wait for a close above the 61.8, and then it'll retest the 61.8, and that's where I'll set my buy or sell limit, and then I just ride it up to the negative 27.
Now this takes a lot of patience, right, to be trading on these higher time frames.
Yes.
Were you always trading like this, or
No.
right? Tell us, where'd you start at?
I mean, at first I was doing everything I could. I was trying every strategy in the book, failing every challenge type thing. So it took me a long time to find, I was looking for that golden egg type thing, the winning ticket type strategy. So I was trading gold and US 30 and, passing and failing accounts. And so it took me a long time to figure out that patience is key with trading. It's not overnight. I like to always tell my wife it's a marathon, not a sprint. That's just kind of how I look at it.
So 2020 is when you got in, 2019, 2020?
2020. I think it was like March or April I went to the meeting.
Did you right away hop into prop trading, or was it like personal accounts?
No, when I first started, it was, putting in $100, growing it to 700, losing it, putting in $100, growing it to 1,000, losing it. So prop firms, I didn't know about it until actually Dennis went to TFT. And then I started looking up all these other places, and I didn't know which one to pick. And I trusted Dennis because I followed him from a different group, and that's kind of where I found TFT. My journey began.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. So you found TFT in what, 2021 or a little after that?
I'd say 2021. Yeah.
2021. So you've been with it for a little while now. So it sounds like you were just jumping into the challenges without maybe being as consistent as you should have been.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't have strategies or rules. I mean, I had strategies, but rules, I'm like, well, hopefully this goes my way type thing.
Looking back on it, right, would you have done it differently? Would you have maybe taken free trials or taken demo accounts, right? Or do you think the lessons learned from just taking the challenges without potentially being consistent really helped you?
I think looking back, if I would have journaled, so I think journaling is important. Writing down like your mindset when you take that trade, what you're expecting from it, confluences, stuff like that. That would have definitely helped in the beginning, because then just like with any journaling, you could go back and reflect on how you felt or what that trade did. So yeah.
Are you journaling now?
Yeah. So Swaggy put out a journaling Bible. And
the journaling Bible.
It's it's something called like that. It's like this big black book.
Yeah.
And I just write down the pair, how I'm feeling, what RR I'm going for, stuff like that.
Have you tried any journal softwares online, like TradeZilla or Edgewonk or anything like that?
I've seen TradeZilla, and it looks pretty awesome, but I'm old school, I guess, and I like the pen and pad.
That's great. All right, so maybe in the future you'll check something like that out, TradeZilla. I personally haven't used it. There's so many people that are saying that's really good. It looks really cool. So looks like there's a lot of different analytics on there and everything like that. So definitely check it out. So when you were first getting into it, what account size were you buying at this
100K.
time? 100Ks.
Yep, all 100Ks.
What was the thinking behind that?
I think for me, I just got so used to them, the round numbers. Trading one standard lot, or for now I do 0.5% always, but it was just more of a round number for me. So
that's what you were most comfortable with.
Yes.
You know?
I tried 10Ks. I'm just like, so used to the mindset of seeing like the $1,000.
Right.
And so like
when
seeing
you're risking 1% or whatever. Yeah.
yeah. So seeing the $100 on a 10K was just like more psychologically, I wasn't like in tune.